God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it now.
Welcome back to Perspective with Itu. Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are thrilled to have the incredibly talented musician, Brenda Mtambo. Brenda is a South African gospel and soul singer, songwriter, and actress whose music has touched the hearts of many with its powerful and soulful essence. Brenda is a renowned South African gospel and soul singer who has achieved remarkable milestones in her career. She performed at the prestigious 2019 presidential inauguration and headlined major events like the 2017 Standard Bank Joy of Jazz and the 2017 Durban Jazz Festival. She received nominations for the South African Music Awards in 2023 in 2 categories: Best R&B Soul Reggae Album and Best Produced Album. Additionally, she was recognized at the Metro FM Music Awards, at the South African Film and Television Awards, the SAFTAs. Brenda's captivating music transcends genres, making her a force in the music industry, darling. Yes. Join us right here on Perspective with Itu to explore her journey, inspirations, and her future endeavors. Brenda, welcome to Perspective.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. I think this is such an honor for me because I think I was saying this to you that before I even started Perspective, I prayed to God and I was like, Lord, which people would you like me to be honored? And you are one of them that kept on just like,
Thank you.
being there in my spirit.
Thank you.
So this is such an honor and I can't wait to see what God is about to do on this show.
Thank you so much.
Brenda, so you were born Koimpangeni,
Yes.
KwaZulu-Natal. You grew up in Umlazi, Durban, under the care of strict grandparents. Can you tell us how that was for you?
Oh, okay, cool. I was born in Gwelezane Hospital in Pangeni, but I grew up in Lokshini, Mlazi. Kuliso Gogo.
Yeah.
My mother was not involved in my life. I don't know my father. So yeah, I was raised by Gogo. She did a great job with me. She's still alive. She's 93 years old now.
Oh, I love it.
Unfortunately, my mom passed away 2 years ago. But ngikhule ngokuphila nje nabantu nenhlonipho nokuyithoba nokuzazi, gogo taught me ukuzazi, to know yourself.
Sure.
So yeah, and that's how I grew up. Growing up was challenging.
Yeah.
Because obviously ukhuliswa ugogo imali empesheni.
Yeah.
Sonke sibaningi ingane zakhe, including ingane zikama wami, mina nosisi wami, and everyone else ubefuna ukuhlala bekahlala nogogo was that person. So life was challenging growing up, but we're here.
Yeah. And how was it growing up with a strict grandparent, where like you're just like you can't do anything wrong, because this person is just so strict?
I think it was more of ukuthi ugogo has taught us a lot. So all she wanted was for us to execute exactly what she has taught us. So it was a matter of not to go to strict, but do what I've taught you. I've really good to how abafana abafana empilweni, it's not good. So those things for me were out.
Oh, I see.
As a child, and also nokuhamba kakhulu all over was out. But the only thing that Gogo allowed me to do was to do my music, because I was being turned ukudula. But bekashayina as well, so beshowered and beshower nje kakhulu, So kodwa angishanga kakhulu mina ngoba bengahluphi kakhulu.
You're a good girl.
I've always been a good girl. I've always been shem. Always.
Yeah. And how did growing up without your mom affect your self-esteem? Like knowing that your mom is not there and you're with your grandmom.
You know, it didn't affect my self-esteem. It affected relationship yam naye. You know, affected how I just viewed my life. Like I've always been someone who takes care of herself. Like because from a young age, early in my life, so from a young age. So all those things. You know, sometimes I applaud myself for those things. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, ukula without parents sometimes can make you uviwe wongumuntu as not good enough because you can do a lot of things. You know, so as much as they can always say to me, oh, you've always been this girl, like you are very strong. And like a lot of people call me strong, like I say I'm strong. But I feel like I was just thrown in this space from a very, very young age. So it becomes harder when you're drowning. Like it becomes harder because I'm the solution. I need to show up for myself. You know? So it's hard to but for me, I've been like from.
Did you have that conversation with your mom to say that because you were not there, you have made me to become this, forced me rather to become this strong and powerful person that can't even ask for help, you know?
Yeah, I never, unfortunately for me, when there's a lot of elements that happened between me and my mom, you know. Uma began tall and which I feel ugogo did a great job. So when I was going through therapy now in my age, and my therapist said you need to talk to your mother.
Yes.
I just felt like I can't. You know, I felt like I don't want to cause my mom pain.
Sure.
I don't want to, because I think I had anger more than anything. I had anger towards my mom at some point, but then I became a mother. I understood her choices.
I get you.
But then still, it didn't take away the fact that being angry, you know, at her, and we didn't have that relationship with her. So I never got to talk about those things. And mama had challenges mentally, so it was a bit hard to talk to her sometimes. And those things were revealed later on in life.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, I'm scared of this woman, I'm not going to talk to her.
Sure.
You know? So as ngikhula ngima-understand ngabantu uma akekho right mentally, kumele ukuthi athole usizo la. You know, so in a way I became my mother's help than a daughter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's crazy for me how, because of your mom giving you to your grandmother, even when you were older and you still needed to release, you still became the strong person for your mom.
Yeah, I did.
I think that's so beautiful.
I did. I think to the last day of my mom's like dying stage, like where my mom was passing away, I was my mom's help. I've always been my mom's help, and I accepted that, man. You know,
sure.
And I'm okay with the fact that I was that. Maybe in Nkulunkulu wangenza ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngibe the person that will help my mother. And I didn't resent my mother. With understanding, I forgave my mother for a lot of things. My mom was very prideful. Pride would never accept that you're wrong, you're not, you know.
Yes.
And to her, leaving me with Ukoko was the best decision. And I think it was, because Ukoko did a great job with me. But at the same time, I needed my mom.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
It doesn't invalidate the fact that being as a mother. But she never was a person who would admit to that. And now that I'm a mom myself, I wouldn't leave my kids with nobody.
Sure.
Unless if things show need. But I won't leave my kids nanumbani. Like I go with my kids, whether I'm cooking or you know. But I respect her choices. I respect her choices.
If your mom was not mental, what would you like to say to her? What would you have said to her?
I would have, oh my God, shouted. I would have like, Mom, why did you not? There's a lot of things that happened. Let me go there maybe. Because of so many abuse that I had to go through from my uncles and everyone else at home, who's not my grandmother, that's where the anger was coming from.
Sure.
It was not from the fact that she left me with Ugogo. But Ugogo had abantwana who are my uncles. You know, my uncles were very abusive. They were Phuza. It was the kind of family I know. Oh my God, it's weekend. It's gonna go down. Like I know. Like I was my body. That's where I probably got anxiety from.
Sure.
My body would just know. What's okay now? It's defense time. Defend yourself. You know. So I think it was those moments that made me resent my mom or be angry at the fact that why didn't you take us with you?
Sure.
Because when she was there, she would fight. Oma was very good at fighting as well. She would fight with them because she knew about put back, you know. So I think it's I'll just talk about that probably, and the fact that I deserved to know my dad as well, even though she tried, but I deserved to have that relationship. And now that I'm older, I try to do that, but it didn't happen, and I'm fine with that.
It makes sense why you wouldn't even leave your children with like anybody else because of what you've been through.
Yeah.
And I think that was my next question. How has growing up with strict parents affected how you parent as a mom today? You know, and now we know that your uncles were abusive, and
you know, I think I'm a very protective mother to a point where I need to really correct myself a lot of times. I need to remind myself, no, these are my kids. They are not me. So I can't take what happened to me and put it on my kids. That they don't get to live the life that they're supposed to live because I'm overly protective of them. So they can't visit anyone without me being there. They can't do, you know, so I'm allowing the space so good to they become abantwana and live their own lives without me imposing my own story and my own life on them. But I feel like we have a good relationship. We talk a lot about a lot of things. My kids are still very small, like 8-year-old and almost 5-year-old. So I talk, you know, with my kids, how they feel. I apologize to my kids. So I think I'm doing a great job there. I would never say I'm 100, you know, there's no manual for parenting. So I'm doing my best with my kids. And also I'm trying not to focus on what happened to me, because that will mean I'm not living my full life. I'm focusing on the past. So I'm unable to parent these kids the way that they're supposed to be parented, because I'm busy thinking, oh, mama wayengenza ukuthi. So no, I don't do that. You know, I'm just like, God, let me be the parent that you want me to be. I want to be present to my kids. I want to do what I can and love on them. Love is a big thing for me, because that's one thing that I feel like, okay, I think my but I love you was something that never really like was a language at home.
Sure.
I would still consider shame, you know, but it was never to say I love you. It's only now that I can go, I love you so much.
Yeah.
I thought, but it was not that. So with me, I am very big on that. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Have you had conversations with your uncles to say, this is what you guys did to me and that was wrong and this is how it affected me? And I'm saying that because sometimes for us to be able to move on properly, we need to sort of like sort out the past, heal from it, have conversations that matter around it, and then be able to move on.
Have I? No. They've mostly passed away. You know, most of them have passed away. I think this is like, let me be honest. I think going back home always brings those wounds to me. So because I look at everything, it looks the same, and then my mind automatically, you know, it takes me back. So I try to avoid certain things, including going home a lot. So I go see my grandmother when I can, but I avoid that because it brings. I don't think I've healed from that. I don't think I've healed from that, and it's okay. I've also understood it's okay. I don't need to look for healing, because now I'm not gonna get that healing I'm not going to get healed from the same space that wounded me.
Sure.
So I need to just let go, you know.
I get
so
you.
The big thing for me was forgiveness. That I need to practice forgiveness. So I've forgiven them, you know, and they passed away. Abaseko, I'm taking care of Abandwana. There's a lot. So I can't hold grudges because it means that I'm not going to be a good aunt and a good bamkulu to the kids. So I'm just focusing on that. I'm like, okay, it happened. They're not here anymore. I've tried to talk to my grandmother about it, who's very open to talking about everything. Okay. So we talk about a lot of things with the Koko. And we cry about it, you know, and then, you know, and she apologizes a lot to Koko about things because but that's all I can do. That's all I can do for now.
Psychology has proven that because of strict upbringing, we focus so much on giving our kids what we never got, and we tend to neglect to give them the values that were instilled by us, right? How do you navigate balancing the two in your relationship with your kids and the people around you?
How do I navigate parenting between me and my kids and people around me? That's very difficult question. It's a difficult question. I think a friend of mine told me that I need to allow a community to help me raise my kids. I'm a single mother. I'm co-parenting, and I'm learning that now, but the co-parenting thing happened now.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to allow the community to raise my kids. Community being people that are around me that I trust. So I'm allowing that to happen for my kids because they deserve it. You know, they deserve to have other kids. You know, my kids are so most of the time they are with me. We go out together. Their whole life is centered around me. So I'm learning to open the community up so that my kids can go visit my friend, the one that I know will take care of my kids. Yes. And I'm allowing the kids to come over. I'm opening myself up. Look, I don't have a good reference of being brought up. Like, I don't know what I'm doing even with parenting. I'm just doing what I'm feeling. But with healing myself, you know, learning things, I know it's okay. I cannot raise the kids in a cocoon. Like my kids, I feel like they don't know anything else. They don't know because they know our yard. They know us going to the shops, going to whatever. I take them out. We're going away. They know that life, and they need to know other people. They need to know how to engage with other people. So I'm learning that now.
Oof. As you speak like this, I actually see myself, because I think with trauma comes control.
Yeah.
And I'm also very like controlling, you know. And I see my kids as well, because my kids, they don't go anywhere. My kids, they don't go anywhere.
You feel like no one's gonna take care of your kids the way that you would
take care of them.
And my kids don't visit for school holidays. If they are going there, I need to be there. And maybe you're right. It comes with trauma.
Yeah, it comes with trauma.
And I remember there was a time where my mom passed away. We're having a funeral. I was so scared to bring my kids because I felt like I was going to be so busy. No one's going to take care of my kids.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, one mistake, my kids will be exposed to something.
Yes.
And I don't want that. So I'm leaving my kids. Do you understand?
Sure.
You know, it's control, but it's not control. It's trauma.
It's trauma.
It's trauma.
Because honestly, I honestly see myself in you right now, because I'm like, I'm exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my kids to go anywhere.
If you don't see them, you get triggered. Like, if I don't see my kids in front of me, or where I can see them, like I get, it's a trigger.
Yeah.
You know, I go around and like, where I say, no, I don't want anyone to touch my kids.
Yes.
And then,
where are they?
And people will look at me like, what's wrong with her? But I'm just feeling like one mistake can happen, guys, you know, and I'm like, where are my kids? Where are my kids? Where are my kids? And that is not healthy for my kids.
We need to heal, eh?
Yes.
We need
it's
to
not
heal.
Healthy for the
I
kids.
think for me, what helped me, honestly, was my mom.
Yeah.
and also my husband's mom.
Yeah.
Like they, like when it's school holidays, they will go there.
Okay.
You know, so that I will allow. But I'm still thinking, like, what's happening? Who is there?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's trauma.
It is trauma. You know, I wish I was in a position. Sometimes I feel like even with now the fact that I'm co-parenting, I know that I wake up, I don't do anything. I'm thinking, what are my kids doing? Are they okay?
With who?
You know, but luckily for me, Ubabwabo is a good father. So as long as he's there,
yes,
I can also, I know what you have time abantwana bakhe. So he's a good father. So I don't worry about that. But I worry about the external
yes
part. Where is he? With who?
With who?
So is that person gonna be good for my kids? You know? If we're going to get a girlfriend, I could listen. Girl, listen, take care of my kids. You know?
You can do anything, okay? Just take care of my kids.
yeah.
Oh my God. I relate so much with that. I really do, because I'm exactly the same. And I think because of trauma, you want to be in control.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the same thing to happen again.
The thing is, though, we cannot control that. That's one thing that I've learned as well, that I cannot control what happened, you know? So I pray. I pray about it. I pray, okay, Lord, help me. Right now, I'm traumatized. My kids are not around me, and I'm feeling like this can happen to them, but I know and I trust you and that you protect my children. So I become at ease, because I don't have power to control what happens. And also, each journey of our children, each journey as well. You know, as much as we can do whatever that we can do, we are not in control of what happens, like to them, like holistically. Like we're gonna control everything. We need to do what we can with what we have, and just trust God. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Have you ever sat and reverse engineered when your anxiety was actually triggered? Like maybe the build up to it was in 2020. Yes, we know. Sometimes these childhood traumas have a way to store themselves in our memory bank and resurface at a later stage to something totally unrelated. Have you ever revisited with your grannies and told them exactly how you felt at the time and your malumis now, you know?
You know, I think I've never... I try to protect everyone around me. And I think that's what probably made my anxiety to really sky high, you know, because I try to protect everyone around me. There are things that I feel like I don't want to talk about them, because though I think I'm stronger to handle them than abangabantu, they will handle them. I feel like I'm fit. I can stay with them, me personally, than sharing them with anyone, because they happen to me. You know, in a way, I feel like if I can talk about certain things, certain people will be destroyed, or it will destroy a lot of other people. So it's better if I keep it to myself. And on days where I feel like I can't, I go to therapy, I heal myself. And I feel like if something has happened already, it doesn't have power to control me now. So I'm in control in that manner. So what happened has happened. I don't want to bring it up, because I don't know how other people, I don't know, what if something is a bulalukok? I cannot handle a lot of things that me now I can handle, you know? So I don't go there sometimes, you know? I just talk about things that I feel like people can handle. And with, I'm sorry, going back to how I grew up, I've been a solution all my life. So I'm a solution. I bring solutions. I don't bring problems. So maybe that's another trauma that I need to come out of, where I feel like because I bring solutions, I don't bring problems. Then it means I get to carry so much by myself.
It's control. I'm exactly the same way. Yeah. And it comes from trauma. It comes from always putting other people before you.
I think I said that the other day. I cried about it the other day. I said, I don't know. I said I'm angry at myself, not at people. because you put other people
first
before you
all the time,
and then it backfires sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you have to be again the person who takes full control of what is happening.
Oof. And that's what I wanted to ask, like, when do you put Brenda first? Like, when do you say, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna say whatever that I say,
Yeah.
and if this hurts you, then so be it.
It doesn't mean I don't put myself first.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't even speak my mind. I think I'm a person, I can speak my mind.
Yeah.
You know, I can stand up for myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't do it often as I should.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't do it soon enough. Maybe I wait for everything to break before I get to that point.
Yeah.
Which is something that I'm learning to do now.
Yeah.
To say, if I say go to this class,
Yeah.
me keeping quiet about this class,
Yes.
eventually it's gonna affect me.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I can decide to say, okay, immediately.
Yeah.
To avoid that. Before I'll leave this class until it falls, and then then you know, it doesn't mean I don't. I do put myself first. But I think the way that I've learned to survive, I've been on survivor mode for many years. And unlearning that is gonna take a lot of time from my side. But I'm at the stage now where I stand up for myself. I say no a lot of times now. And now that I'm saying no, I'm losing a lot of people because I'm no longer the girl that's gonna say yes to whatever that you tell me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Politely so.
Yes.
But my no is very firm.
Yeah.
Unshakable no.
Sure.
So I'm gonna say that. It's just that maybe I don't say it as soon as possible or as soon as I should, but I do say it.
Yeah.
But it's something that I'm learning. I'm actually unlearning to learn.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it for you. Who's on your speed dial when you feel like you are dipping back below 100%? Can I just read you something quickly?
Okay.
My mind was working overtime. I remember I was rushed to hospital before I couldn't breathe, but I was not aware of what was causing that until they told me that no, Sissy, you don't have COVID, you don't have anything, you just had a panic attack. I have chronic anxiety, meaning I don't have to be dealing with anything to have anxiety in my case. I could be having R1 million in my bank and I would feel the anxiety. My son, Zion, is the most gorgeous being. Being a mom is a beautiful feeling. It's fulfilling. It's like finding your purpose and it's a blessing. Motherhood changed me as I'm now calmer, patient, and more understanding. I definitely cannot leave my house without putting on my red lipstick. Whether I've got makeup on or not, I just have to have my red lipstick. It enhances my look. When it comes to hair, I'm good with afro and natural hair, and I feel like they suit me. Weaves, on the other hand, I feel like are just too much work, and besides, I don't think I look good in weaves, darling, please. But take us through this moment.
Yeah. My God. I didn't know anything about anxiety. You know, I just knew that I was always on the edge. You know, I felt like they'll think I'm shy, and I'm dealing inside. You know, I'm feeling terrified by being here or seeing people, or I don't know how to. You know, I didn't know how to define whatever that was happening inside of me. So I become very busy. So I'm always, I have a project after the project, or even at home, if I'm not doing anything, I'm just relaxed. I'm gonna start cleaning. I'm gonna start doing something. I never just chill.
Yeah.
And then with COVID, I was forced to chill.
Yeah.
And a lot of things were happening around me. I didn't know, you know, how to deal with that. Usually I would be doing, I can deal with anything as long as I can do my work and I can do anything.
Yeah.
So now I'm forced to not do anything.
Yeah.
I think I was losing my mind. So there were moments where I was feeling like I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I don't remember. I'm feeling like my chest is tight. I'm feeling like I'm unable to breathe. You know, I'm feeling like I'm feeling heavy, you know. And I would go run. I did a lot of things, man, to try to help myself until I couldn't.
Yeah.
Until I crashed. I literally crashed. I couldn't leave my bedroom to go to the kitchen to get water.
Sure.
So I felt like, okay, I might have COVID. But then I've been here the whole time. Where did I get COVID? But at the time, it was like I have COVID.
Yeah.
Until then, I was rushed to hospital. Then I was told that I have anxiety. I went through a lot of tests. You know, I've been like that for all my life. I remember myself. I'm always teeth clenched. My teeth are always clenched. Like they're always together, like all the time. So it became normal. So everything that was happening in me became my life. It became the fact that I'm always this woman that sometimes you can feel like I'm angry and I'm not. You know, but because of what I'm going through.
Yeah.
It's what I was going through. And I didn't know how to call that, how to define that, until I was told that it's anxiety. And then I had to deal with anxiety now.
Yeah.
You know? So I think I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best with it. Yeah.
Dealing with it.
Dealing with it. And also I think with therapy, everything, because I think I fell into depression somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Into complete depression where losing my mother, I felt guilty.
Yeah. You felt guilty?
Yeah, I felt guilty, and I felt so sad that my mom left early. She was young. I felt like I didn't see that coming, and I didn't see anything coming. So I felt like everything was just coming together like this, you know? So I think that moment, then I went to my lowest. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong. Yeah.
You need to release, Brenda.
I think I have. I think that honestly, the fact that I can now talk about me and not even cry, because I have.
Sure.
I have a better understanding on some things. Maybe I don't know how you can define it. Maybe you have what? You ignore the feeling. I'm not. I've cried about a lot of things.
And you've released.
I have. I don't have pain anymore. You know, I have peace. I do have peace. The thing is, if I don't have power to change anything. That's one thing that I tell myself. I don't have power to change how I grew up, how I was treated, what happened to me. I can change Brenda now.
Yeah.
I have power over me now. I can change myself. I can change how I view people. You know, I can learn to trust again. I can learn to love again. You know, I can and I've been so blessed with a lot of people who became my mothers, who became my fathers. So in a way, as much as all those things happen, there's a lot of blessing that I'm focusing on, that I know me not having my own mother brought about 5 women who mothered me.
I love that.
Me not having my father, I've had a father who raised me, who gave me good advice about life and loved me as a father. So I'm not complaining. You know, I feel like whatever happened had to happen the way that it happened. So I don't want to change anything about it. I don't want to change anyone about like anyone also it's not going to change anything. If they didn't see that what they did was wrong at the time they were doing it, what makes me feel now what you did to me was wrong is yeah.
I feel like you carry a lot on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you this question. Do you think that the red lipstick is a mask that helps you to step forward and move each and every single day, and that helps you to take a step forward?
Do you know what I always say to my friends? I say to them, when you see me with makeup, you must know I'm not well. Because I love to go around with that, like I got here with that anything,
makeup,
right? And I said, I don't want a lot of makeup. Just it. Once you see me with makeup, sometimes I feel like it's when I'm covering a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I use makeup to cover, so that I can look like I've been smiling and I've been crying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say just a lipstick, but I would say it's in small things for me. In small things, like makeup is one of the things that I don't mind going around with my bare face everywhere. Actually, I don't mind. But there are times where I want to really be made up, like by a makeup artist.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want people to see me breaking. Like, you know, if you see me, you can see, okay, my God, she's been crying. I can see from her eyes. I don't want that. And also, I don't like the pity party.
Yes, I get you.
So I don't even ask for help much because I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's trauma. I guess it's part of trauma. I don't like to ask for help. When I'm asking, you must know, my God, it's bad.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. So even now, like, you still can't say, I need help with like 1, 2, 3.
I can't. I don't. I feel like I've got a good community though of people in my life.
Okay.
Who come through for me. You know, who know when I've been quiet for too long.
I get you.
Like I posted the other day on my Instagram that sometimes depression looks like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good, with the heart.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you've been quiet. Oh, I've been busy when I'm not busy.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And we are different, guys, as people. We are not as funny. Like other people they are very big on going big or with their emotions and telling everyone.
Yeah.
Others are not. I'm one of the few who doesn't like show a lot of emotions or a lot of. You never know if I don't tell you.
Yeah. Sure.
But luckily, as I say, like I think I've invested in a group of women who are part of my life, who help me, and guys who help me. Very few people who are able to come to my house to say, girl, we are getting dressed, we are going out.
Yeah.
You are coming with me, you're coming to my house, you know. I've got my mentor, another woman, a powerful, great woman that I don't know, I met her here in Johannesburg and then we just clicked, you know. She is able to say, you are coming to my house this weekend. It's not a question, I'm just letting you know that you're going to be at my house for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Because they know me, you know, in a way. And that is a blessing. And I feel it's what made communities back in the day. We looked after
one another.
Exactly. So right now, I glue like it because some walls are very high on all of us. But I think if you invest in those people about in your life, you're able to sit with certain people and they can get you without you saying anything. Yeah.
Sure. And then you go through divorce, loss of money during lockdown. Where do you find your support and what goes through your mental health in that moment? Like when you're like, yes, you know, I've got that one friend and I've got those few Nyana friends, but what goes through your mind? Like you're going through so much.
You know, when you're going through a lot goes into your mind. One of the things is living even worth it?
Sure.
Is everything that I'm doing worth it? Like, is there a purpose for me to do what I'm doing? Why am I doing it? You know? Is there something more that I can offer? All those questions, they happen, you know? The other time, I'm big on writing and I like to write.
Yes.
So I write my feelings down. So if you can get my journal, you'll have
everything,
honestly. You know, so I think, I'm an overthinker as well. So I think about a lot of things. So when things are down, obviously you feel down. You feel down. But one thing about me though is that I don't stay down.
I love that.
I do not stay down.
Yeah.
I might need a glass of wine, sleep, cry, but I'm not going to stay down. I don't stay down.
Yeah.
So with all those things, I was telling a friend the other day, I said, I've been poor, I've been without food, I've been without nothing, I've been left, I've been without love. I can live without those things. I can start over. You can put me in a one room now, I'll start over and become probably better than I am now.
Sure.
Because I have that thing in me I have that thing to rise. I have that thing which I can do it. I know that I can. Like I don't know. I just have that thing which I make things happen. You know, growing up poor the way that I grew up without nothing. You know, when you're coming from a place where nothing has come out of it, you know that there's something within you probably that is pushing you to to propel and move forward. So I think I have that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, your song, Khululeka, let your fans know about your healing journey. Tell me about where you are now with your journey to healing.
Healing is a process. There is no destination to healing. When we heal continuously when we heal. So I can't say I'm healed, but I'm healing. And I'm healing beautifully. I love the process of the healing that I've taken. As I said earlier, I'm taking care of myself. I put myself first. That's part of healing that I wouldn't have done before. You know, I'm open to love again. I'm healing, so I'm laughing again. I'm smiling again. I'm healing. I'm living. You know, I'm living. I'm like, okay, live, girl. Don't focus on what you want, what you don't have. Focus on living.
Yeah.
I'm living. So I'm grateful. That is a process. My healing is going to be a process. And I think we never get to the point where we say I'm completely healed.
Yeah.
Because of things that has happened when we're younger that are in our blood. So we can't take those things out. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. In my book, What Do You See? I talk about physical and internal scars. Just like me, you have gone through a lot of internal scars. And you've said that you are healing, but have you at least started healing from inside of you? Like those scars that are within you. Are you walking through a journey of healing from within? Because that's where actually healing actually begins.
Yeah. I think I can stay with myself. I can live with myself now and not feel any pain. I hope you get what I'm saying. The emotional pain. I don't have any emotional pain that I can say when I'm alone. I'm frustrated. So it's a journey, as I said. It's a journey. But I'm way better than I was.
Sure.
The woman that I am now, different woman, very liberated in a way than the girl that I was.
Sure.
It might look like it's not like freedom to someone else, but to me, because I know the journey that it had to go through to get to where it is now, it's amazing.
Sure.
It's amazing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Brenda, you've got 2 hands, you've got 10 fingers.
Yeah.
Are you reaching your full potential?
I feel like I can do better. I feel like there's so much that I haven't unleashed. I feel like there's so much that I haven't said. I feel like I haven't done anything. Honestly, I was talking to you earlier about like, wow, I'm so inspired by you. I feel like there is a layer that I need to break to get to where I need to get to. So I'm allowing myself to break. I'm allowing myself to break to get to where I need to get to. I'm allowing myself, to see it.
Sure.
I'm allowing myself to see what I can do, but more so to do it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
We have now come to the last segment where I ask you your different perspective on various things.
Yeah.
What is your perspective on love?
My perspective on love is that love is God. So we cannot separate love from God, meaning all kinds of love.
Yeah.
So when we separate God in the way that we love, in the way that we want to be loved, it hurts us.
Yeah.
So I feel like going to God is going to love.
Ooh.
So I've committed myself to going to God and allowing love to just flow around me. Yeah.
What's your perspective on resilience?
Oh my God, resilience. I personally, I always say I'm resilient. I'm someone who's resilient, I feel like we all have it. We were all born with resilience in us. We are all born with something greater than us. it's a matter of understanding ukuthi, where do you go to get that power? Because it's power to be resilient. Where do you go to get that power? And you must go there. For me, it's prayer.
Yeah.
I find that when I pray, I become unshakable. You know, I can be weak at that moment. I become stronger. You know, nobody can see my weaknesses when I'm in my prayerful moments. So I go to God, and then I become resilient. And then you say, oh, she's a very strong woman.
Yeah.
Because I have a strong wall that I'm leaning on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's your perspective on purpose?
Purpose. Oh my God. I feel like, you know, if you don't get to a space where you experience your full purpose, you feel like you're not living.
Yeah.
You know, the beginning of like fully living for me is when you identify why you were born.
Yeah.
Then living your purpose.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten to that space, you'll feel a little bit confused about life. You'll feel a little bit of feeling like, oh, what am I doing here? Why am I, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's your perspective on faith?
Faith is the substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things not seen.
Yeah.
So, with everything that we're talking about here today, you'll need to have faith to get through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will need to have faith. Faith doesn't have to come from you when you see the light. Faith happens when you're still in the dark.
When you're still in the dark. Yeah.
So if you want to do whatever, or you feel like you can be whatever, you need to see it first and live it. You live it before. Like I've had moments where I've seen myself on stages, on big stages, and then I see myself making these people like cry, feel, whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen that before it happened. So when it happened, it was like a manifestation of my faith.
Yes, come on.
Yeah.
Ooh. Identity.
You are nothing without your own identity.
Sure.
Who are you? What defines you? What makes you special? What separates you from me?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people work very hard in becoming great, and then they lose who they are. So when you lose who you are, unfortunately, it doesn't really matter. You know, because you'll always feel unfulfilled.
Sure.
Because you've worked against yourself, against who you are. You know, I feel like to become the best at whatever that you are, at whatever that you need to be, you need to identify first who are you, what you stand for. All those things that define who you are will help you become great at what you do.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
I started seeing my greatness and my power when I started seeing me instead of looking at myself. Yeah. And what do you see when you look at yourself in that mirror?
I see a very wise woman. I see pain too. In her eye. I see pain in her eyes, this girl. But also I see strength.
Sure.
I see resilience. I see a winner. I see an overcomer. I see a woman with so much potential who still has to unleash a lot of things. I see potential all over this woman. But more so, I see God in her.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Are we crying now? This is the part where we cry.
Oh, I love it, man. Oh. This episode was made possible by Same View Pictures with their state-of-the-art and video and sound equipment, and Vele Creatives with their top-of-the-line post-production powered by IS Wines. Brenda, this camera. Can you please tell the people what you have going on the 2nd of September at the Lyric Theatre and what else you have going on, darling? I mean, you have so much.
So on the 2nd of September, I'm celebrating 10 years in the industry. So it's happening at Lyric Theatre, the big theatre, Lyric Theatre. Get your tickets at Web Tickets. They're available. We're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful celebration, man. It's gonna be so amazing. I have big surprises for you on the day. Just get your tickets, and we'll see you there.
Brenda, a candle tried to burn me. It also tried to ruin me. But that candle lives within me, and that candle is shining bright. And I'm saying to your candle right now, keep shining.
Thank you.
And from me and IS Wines, we'd like to gift you with this. Our
so
Bush Vine Pinotage. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your light with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for being an inspiration.
Sure.
I feel so inspired being here.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
And from me, Mrs. Itumeleng Sekhu-Pedi, keep your perspective alive. If you want to see more conversations like these, please share, like, comment which other guests you would like to see on the show. And from me and the whole team, mwah!